I go up the residential hill and arrive at the outskirts of the mansion. It's around 2 in the morning. As expected, I'm totally assailed by sleepiness. I wonder if she's going to be okay. I'm concerned about how she seemed when we parted. It seemed like it wasn't pain from her wound, but... What is that? It feels like there's something lurking in the shadows, not illuminated by the streetlights. Thump. My heart stops my breath. My blood rushes through my body. The sensation. Certainly there's someone standing there. The figure gets closer and closer. Footsteps. The sound of dry footsteps reaches my ears. Thump. I have a bad feeling about this. Chills race up my spine. The figure draws near. Suddenly, the streetlights shatter loudly. The moon's hidden by the clouds. The whole world instantly turns to darkness. Thump. My heartbeat skips, as if warning me of death. I jump back for no apparent reason. A blade runs through the darkness. Not being able to get away fully, my glasses are grazed by it. They fall to the ground with a clatter. Who? Instantly I start to say, "Are you?" The clouds part for a brief moment and illuminates the dark figure. I think we found our enemy. Maybe it's one of the dead, but I'd be with the red eyes. I'd be willing to bet it's probably the enemy. What? A man wrapped entirely in bandages is gripping a knife. Bandaged man goes to attack me again. I quickly ready my knife and stop it. Two slivers of light shoot towards each other. Huh? I can't think calmly. The fact that I'm being attacked causes my mind to panic. Clang! Clang! Sparks fly from our clashing knives and scatter into the darkness. I still can't calm down. It's not because I'm being attacked. Clang. I swing my knife to cancel out the one attacking me from every angle. Why? What's surprising is that my body is completely stopping all the attacks in this darkness without a pause. My body is moving by itself? No, that's not it. All my arms are doing is seeking out the lines and points that I can see in the darkness with my glasses off. That's all I can see, so I swing my knife through the dark air after those lines. As a result, the bandaged man's knife is simply stopping mine. In other words, it's not that I'm defending myself, but he's defending himself from me. I can win. I don't know who he is, but there's no doubt. I'm overwhelming him. Okay. We'll see about that. My blood rages forth for my advantage. I'll win. I'm stronger than him. Because I'm stronger. Because he's trying to kill me, aren't I just returning the favor? Clang. Clang. The sound of ringing metal echoes in the air and I force him back towards the mansion wall. There. My eyes fixate on the line on his chest and I thrust my knife forward. Momentarily, for some reason, I see a boy painted in blood in Akia's crying face. Gah. I pull my knife back before completion. What am I? I'm trying to kill someone. Why? My head hurts. My legs wobble and I stagger backwards. As I do so, I empty the contents of my stomach. My chest starts to itch. My head hurts. The old wound on my chest burns. My eyes feel like they're going to burst out of my sockets. Ah, ah, ah. I can't stop throwing up. The vomit splatters all over the asphalt. And there, the bandaged man comes after me with his knife. Clang. Another collision. My knife shoots towards his. This time I really defend myself. I know where he's aiming. Since I know, I block him once again with another clang. 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 Despite not being able to see his knife due to its speed, I somehow managed to block it over and over. The reason I can defend myself is simple. Because where he's aiming are the lines on my body. This... Wait a god. Hang on. I got it. Arcueid said, right? She said that your town wouldn't have had this issue for the last 8 years if your defense mechanism was working properly. 8 years. 8. And how many years ago was he and his mother attacked? 8 years. Ergo, I'm going to assume that this is the same thing that killed his mother. And that, like, maybe he is human, but him being able to see the lines is probably caused because of this guy. Maybe, I don't know. It would make a level of sense. So I know where he's aiming at, and I understand more than anyone that having them cut would mean instant death. So I have to defend it. No, wait. Aiming for my lines? Ah. It's the exact opposite of before. That means, don't tell me he... The bandaged man smiles in the darkness. My heart rate goes out of control. Feeling some unnameable fear, I stumble backwards. He doesn't pursue me. He just smiles. His bloodshot eyes seem to be saying, "So you finally realized it," as he sneers at me. You can see them? Yes. He also can see the lines. Then, he can also kill with one blow. The man laughs. He draws near while laughing. I, even down to my fingers gripping my knife, tremble uncontrollably. Slice. 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 Sound of flesh being pierced by a blade resounds 3 times. And then a thud, a sound of a body hitting the wall. Eh? I can't grasp the situation. The bandaged man was suddenly pierced by 3 spear-like pipes. What? Not just pierced, but stuck onto the wall. like an insect pinned in a bug collection. You're in my way. His voice grates softly. At the same time, the three spears alight like candles and engulf him in flames. An anguished voice in the whirlpool of flames. In the darkness, that scene seems less cruel and almost beautiful. The bandaged man. No, the bandages are burned already. His skin is showing. Wrapped in the flames, the man stares at me. His bloodshot eyes filled only with murder. His black eyes like a weapon. The thing we saw of him had red up. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Like a weapon bent on cursing Tonoshiki. What? Stunned, I can only watch. He runs off in the distance, still engulfed in flames. I assume Arcueid saved us? Probably. The moon reemerges. After those flames and that cursing voice, everything returns to silence like it was before. I fall to my knees and lean against a wall. I look up at the sky. In the direction where those spears flew from, someone is standing high and far off. Okay. I, that was unexpected. uh, you know, I guess it would make sense why she would be upset at seeing us with Arcueid. And why she would be keeping an eye on us. Okay, yeah, you know, makes sense. Also, are those the same swords that Kirei uses in Fate? The same ones that he has in the trunk of that car? That he wields, like... Because he used them in a very, very similar fashion. Or oh, there. Oh, okay. So yes and no. Not the exact same ones, but they're similar, same thing. Okay. But yeah, no, this makes a lot of sense, I guess. Doesn't really make sense why she was sniffing us. I still think she's maybe a monster of some kind that works for the church for some reason. That, or she just had a spell that could sniff out vampires turned on. And she smelled it on us. I don't know. Or just increase sense of smell in general. Or she just... yeah, that too. Could be that. I mean, you know, there are some people that actually have, you know, some crazy sense of smell. So, you know, it wouldn't be odd, I guess. I mean, it would be a little bit odd, but you know, far away, standing composed on top of the streetlight, I see a familiar figure. Eh? Robes like a priest from another country. Clenched in her hand, large nail-like swords. Emotionless pale eyes. blue, sky blue eyes. Senpai? Under the moonlight, I can only make out the silhouette. But she seems to resemble Senpai. Our eyes meet. The standing figure on top of the streetlight suddenly disappears like a ghost. Ah. I sit down roughly. Is it relief from my headache fading? Or just a lifting of all this tension? I don't know, man. Leaning my back against the wall, I start to drift off to sleep. That's not a good place to sleep, especially with someone trying to murder you. Well, there we go. It's okay.